Video games die all the time, especially live service games. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. I'm going to be talking about what I would have liked to see from some of these games, as well as some stuff that I really liked about some of these games. So let's not waste any time and start off with a game that died actually this year recently. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the video. Starting off with MultiVersus. Now this is a bit of a sad one because this game did die pretty quickly. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think this game died quicker than Concord, which is just pretty sad. Now, before the game release, I had no prior knowledge about what it was going to be about. I did see the trailer and I was actually pretty excited to play the game. It looked really good based on what I saw in the trailer. And a few weeks passed by. I checked the Microsoft Store to see how much the game would be, because in my mind I was expecting to actually pay for the game, but to my surprise, when I checked the Microsoft Store and the game was free, it did raise a red flag for me, because I knew there was probably going to be a catch, because I was expecting to actually buy the game and play all the other characters. I did think the game would actually have a story and it would be story driven, but it was actually a live service game, which did turn the game off for me. At least I was definitely not expecting that. I did think it was going to be story driven, especially with how the game looked. It was pretty different from the trailer, but I mean, I guess that's what it is these days. But man, like, this game died really quickly, and I just didn't really like it when I was playing it for the first time. I mean, it was fun for the first like 30 to 40 minutes, but after that it just got really old. This is getting really old really fast. Another aspect of the game that I didn't really like, and I think I'm not the only one on this because they did try to fix this down the line, is the fact that a majority of the cool characters you can play as in the game were behind a paywall with microtransactions and stuff. Now obviously this was going to happen considering that the game was free, but I definitely do wish that you could have just bought the game and play as all the characters, because they could tell, other players didn't really like this either, because they did try to change it. Right now with the recent updates, you can play as anybody that you want in the game, but honestly it was just already too late. The game had already died, and with this plus the fact that the game honestly wasn't that fun to begin with, and no, I'm not saying this because I'm terrible at the game or anything, but I really do wish this game was story driven. In my opinion, it would have been so much better if it had a story, some characters, maybe be 10 to 15 hours long, because just like Mortal Kombat, even though it's a fighting game, it does have a story and great characters that you definitely really love, and I feel like they definitely should have done that with MultiVersus. It would have been so much better, as well as if the game actually looked just like the trailer with better graphics. That would have been nice as well. But yeah, man, making the game a live service, in my opinion, was definitely a bad idea, and with this packed with the gameplay, the microtransactions, is probably why the game died in the first place.
Unleash our contestants!
The finals. Now I know the game hasn't actually died, but it definitely is dying, as I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about the game, and the hype has definitely died down since its first release. And it's pretty sad because the game is really unique and I actually really like it. It's centered around team-based games. You're trying to get the most cash. There's a lot of environment destruction going on, and it's pretty crazy, and the game looks absolutely stunning, and it's just really beautiful. But to be honest, the game wasn't really that popular. It is a pretty niche game and not a lot of casual players were into it, which is definitely understandable. Sometimes the game can get pretty complicated. Even though I've been playing the game for hours on end, I still don't really know what I'm doing most of the time. Sometimes, I do, sometimes I don't. It's just all over the place. But I really do like this game, and I feel like a lot of people should try to get into it because it's just really unique. Especially with the destructible environments, this game can get really crazy, and it's just so fun. And even though it's a free to play game, it doesn't show, shove transactions down your throat, battle passes and all that stuff. What I really like about the game is that after each game you do earn a bit of the currency that's in the game, and you can purchase some skins, new weapons. I have been playing this game and I have not spent a cent on microtransaction, and it's just really nice. It's not really necessary to buy the stuff in the game. A lot of the stuff you can get within the game, you get it for free through leveling up, playing the game. It's just really nice, and it's really unique as well. The game looks absolutely amazing, but the thing that really bugged me is that there aren't enough game modes to keep you coming back to the game. As much as I really love it, I do have to admit that playing this game over and over and over again can get pretty old, especially with the limited game modes that you can choose from. Compare this game to Fortnite, other big games, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, that have a lot of different game modes that you can play for casual gamers and hardcore gamers as well. This game doesn't really have that much. For example, with Fortnite, even though there is the building aspect in the game, for casual gamers that don't really want to learn how to crack 90s and stuff, they could just select, no build mode in the game because it is available. And I feel like, the finals definitely should try that. I definitely do understand that it's not going to be something easy to do with the developer team that they have, but it's definitely something they should consider with more game modes, as this is a thing that really does happen with a lot of other live service games, lacking game modes, just not giving you that feeling to get into the game that much, because things can get pretty old. But besides that, another aspect that I really love about the finals are its characters. You can customize them, change their hair, their eyes, their clothes, and it's really nice. Another thing you can do, depending on your playstyle, is choose, what type of character you want to play as. Small, medium, and large. Depending on how you play, if you're one of those players that really love to go fast in the game, you will choose small. Choosing a small character will allow you to move faster in the game, whereas choosing a medium character, things are pretty even out. But if you choose a large character, they will move pretty slow, but will take less damage because, they've just got a larger build and that sort of stuff. So it's pretty nice. You can strategize and choose what type of character you're going to play as based on your playstyle, which is a really nice thing that I really do love about this game. But yeah, man, I just want them to add more game modes to keep me coming back to this game, because it can get pretty old doing the same thing over and over again. So if they would just add more game modes, it would definitely bring the game back to life. And finally, let's talk about XDefiant. Now, I feel like the reason most people played this game was because it was an alternative to Call of Duty, which at the time a lot of people were pretty tired of COD, with Modern Warfare 3, which I can't really relate to because I didn't play Modern Warfare 3, I was playing Warzone. So yeah, a lot of people really played XDefiant for that reason. The reason I mostly played the game wasn't really because of that. First, I wanted to try out the game because a lot of people were talking about it, saying it was going to be a COD killer. And second, because Warzone was like 100 gigabytes, so I had to just delete that game and download this one and try it out. And yeah, man, I feel like if the entire reason people are playing your game is because it's an alternative to COD, sooner or later, which in this case was sooner, people are going to get tired of your game and just go back to the other one, which in this case was Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So yeah, man, even though I don't really like this game that much, every now and then I do get back into it to just try it out, because man, for the first like 30 minutes this game can be pretty fun, but then after that it just gets pretty old and boring. Oh my god.
Reloading!
Package nearing checkpoint.
Now, why I think the game died is because of what I said earlier, as well as the fact that it just felt so much smaller in comparison to Call of Duty. There were only like 3 different game modes you could choose from, which I'm mostly playing only one. The maps were smaller, even though I really liked it, and it was a pretty cool idea. You know, in the game you can choose through a lot of different factions, you know, from different Ubisoft games such as Far Cry, you know, Watch Dogs, which is pretty cool, but you know, with Ubisoft, they just didn't really execute it right, cause some of the skins in the game just don't really look that good, as well as the fact that the game just felt so stiff. The movement was stiff, and I didn't really like the way how the guns felt as well. And sure, you know, the game is just way smaller in comparison to Call of Duty. I feel like they should have added a lot more game modes, especially since it's Ubisoft. It's not a small development team just like with Final, you know, the Finals. This is Ubisoft we're talking about, who is just as big, if not bigger than Activision, so they should be able to add more game modes, make the movement smoother and the guns feel great, cause they really do feel like this in their other games such as Far Cry, which is just absolutely crazy. So especially considering the fact that since it was supposed to be an alternative to COD, you would have expected, you know, a battle royale or a team deathmatch mode, but nope, we only got unranked, ranked, and practice, which, you know, like I said, I'm only playing one game mode at the moment. And another thing, which is the main reason why I just stopped playing the game altogether, and will most likely stop playing the game even now, is the loading times. Man, this game, it takes so long to load into a game. Like before it wasn't that long, you know, it took a bit of a while, but it was nothing that long compared to right now, especially since people aren't really playing the game. Loading into a match takes a long time. I'm not even joking. It takes a while, man. Probably like 5 to 10 minutes, and it is just absolutely insane. That's definitely the main reason why I just stopped playing the game, because it takes so long. But yeah, man, even with all those things, I kind of do like the game. You know, you can level up your weapons, the customization options that you level up, you get more, you know, augments that you can add to your gun, which I do really like. But man, with all of this stuff coupled together with the movement feeling stiff, the game not really looking that great, it's just not really a great game. It's decent, but not an online game that would just keep you invested, really make you want to play the game over and over again like these other games like Fortnite or Warzone or Apex. But yeah, man, especially right now, people aren't playing this game, especially with Call of Duty, you know, Black Ops 6 releasing on Game Pass. I mean, you don't have to spend 1,000 Rand to play the new Call of Duty. You can just spend like 200 Rand and boom, you can play the game. And I've heard a lot of good things about Black Ops 6, so yeah, man, you know, I'm pretty sure people forgot about this game already, you know, the COD killer and all those sorts of stuff. But yeah, man, if there's a game that I definitely hope doesn't die, it's definitely the Finals. You know, out of the games that I talked about today, the Finals, I really don't want that game to die. Like, it's such a unique game. If only they would add more game modes, it could be so much better, man. But yeah, if you haven't played the Finals, definitely at least try the game out. I'm telling you, man, this game is really fun. But yeah, man, if you don't like it, it is okay. But definitely do try the game if you haven't played it, man. This is a unique FPS shooter, and it's so different from all the other games, and I would definitely really not hope this game would die, man. Like, I just want this game to keep going on strong. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get to 300 subscribers. But yes, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Leo Meister, and I'll see you guys next time.